All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors be unto the elders and the apostles at GMS Great Millstone, who through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, rule all of the nation of Israel well today. All right, whether you can receive it or not. And peace, love, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect of the house of Israel who are pushing this truth in sincerity and in charity and in faith, and who are no longer going by the bywords, all right, by these names, Negro, Latino, or Native American, okay? Because we understand that we are more than that, man. We are the Israelites of the Bible, okay? The kingdom, the planet Earth was created for us, man. All right, so we're separated from all these different nations, all right? And you know, coming into this time we're in, man, you know, Esau has an issue with it, and a lot of the 2/3 do too, but this ain't nothing new, man. We're going to get into the book of Acts, you know, and just further expound upon you know, what was just said, and I'll go from there. But this is Acts 16:16. Go ahead, brother.
Acts 16:16. And it came to pass, as we went to prayer, a certain damsel, possessed with a spirit of divination, met us, which brought her masters much gain by soothsaying.
Right, so that gain, what is that gain? It's money. This woman would be bringing her masters much money by soothsaying. All right, she had a demon on her. Okay, so she would go over there and she would know how she would receive money. All right, by committing works on the left hand side, man. All right, let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and get the definition real quick of that word. Soothsaying, all right, just to get you know, just to get a further breakdown on it. Go to the blue letter real quick. So this is the definition of that word soothsaying, all right, in the Greek. All right, in that same verse, Acts 16:16, all right, the breakdown of that word goes to to act as a seer, deliver an oracle, prophecy, or divine. All right, and like I said, she was doing it on the left-hand side, man. She had a demon on her in order to commit these works, man. It wasn't in the hands of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, because we see all these prophecies that are written here, man. This is what we deal with. Okay, but on the left-hand side, you know, she had demons on her, but it's going to further break it down. Go ahead, up.
I got the breakdown of that word, divination.
Con.
Now on the side of it, breaks down as being a python, but divination and the etymology, it breaks down to act of foretelling by supernatural or magical means the future, or discovering what is hidden or obscured.
So she had a spirit on her, all right, a demon that was delivering her these messages, all right, and she was bringing her masters much gain, all right, by doing so. Okay, go ahead, Luke.
Going on, it says, verse 17, the same followed Paul and us, and cried, saying, these men are the servants of the Most High Yahweh, which show unto us the way of salvation. And this did she many days. But Paul, being grieved, turned and said to the Spirit, I command thee in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to come out of her. And he came out the same hour. And when her master saw that the hope of their gains was gone.
Right, the hope of their gains. They took that demon up off her, and therefore she wasn't able to soothsay or you know, commit divination. All right, so you know, their gains were gone, man. Go ahead up.
They caught Paul and Silas and drew them into the marketplace unto the rulers, and brought them to the magistrates, saying, these men, being Jews, did exceedingly trouble our city.
Right, do exceedingly trouble our city. Okay, and really, you know, that's the lot that we're taking today, man. coming back into our power and no longer going under these names, Negro, Latino, or Native American, all right, or just American, or back then they were going under the name of Romans, or whatever the case may have been, all right, because we are Hebrew Israelites, man. Go ahead up.
And if I may say, there is going to be a case where pretty soon that these people are going to be troubled by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's words, man, that are getting pushed on the highways and byways, man, and might come to a point where most of us might even be put into prisons. Most of us might even be put to death, man.
God, yep. And there's many of scriptures on that. So when you're coming into this thing, man, you're realizing that this is a lot you're going to take, man. All right, them going up and saying these men trouble our city. All right, trying to get you in trouble, trying to get you hemmed up. All right, then that's how they got Yahushua, was by false accusations, man.
Yeah.
They went up and they were trying to get him put to death. Okay, but they didn't have any true evidence, for him to be put to death. So they came up with false accusations, man. It's going to be the same thing. All right, as it's written, the devil is wroth because he hath but a short time. All right, going into Revelations 11. Okay, the prophets will be put to death, and the people on earth would rejoice because we're seen as a troublesome, all right, people to this place, man. All right, whatever city, whatever country you might be in, all right, if you're a Hebrew Israelite, man, you should be seen, all right, as an opposition. All right, but at the same time, with that being said, your enemies should have nothing true to say against you, man. All right, if anything they say against you, it should be false. All right, go ahead, brother.
Going on in verse 20, these men, being Jews, did exceedingly trouble.
That's not 20, brother.
I know. Yeah.
Where are you?
I'm about to jump into 21. Oh, did I say chapter?
No, verse.
These men, being Jews, exceedingly trouble our city.
Con. Oh, yeah. Verse.
Con,
I see where you're at.
yeah, I was just recapping.
Con, go ahead.
These men, being Jews, do exceedingly trouble our city, and teach customs which are not lawful for us to receive, neither to observe, being Romans.
Right. Teach customs that aren't for the Romans, because really it's for the Israelites, man. Okay, but you had a lot of Israelites that were going by the name of Romans because they were living amongst the Romans. Okay, so in order to get anywhere in life, you had to cleave unto that which was prosperous, which is what at this time Esau, Edom, the Romans. Just like today, you got Esau, Edom. All right, the Babylonians, or whatever country you might be in, man.
For instance,
right, the so-called white folks. All right, the elites of the planet Earth today.
That's right. And for instance, you see a lot of people that might be foreigners of this place, and they might have to work on getting citizenship, representing American citizenship, or wherever the hell you may be. But yeah, to consider yourself as American. So just like the brother was saying, there's a lot of Hebrew Israelites that consider themselves as the Romans as this time, because they're brought up in that.
Yep, but you see, you Hebrew Israelites, you have no place, following these customs of the Romans, man. Right. What did it say? They teach customs which are not lawful for us to receive because they're for the Hebrew Israelites. All right, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, you ain't Romans. You ain't fucking, anything else other than a Hebrew Israelite, point blank, period.
That's right. As of today, man, if you're called, or if you're this truth, or if this is supping with you in any type of way, you gotta understand that you aren't, like the brother was saying, Mexican, you ain't no redskin or Indian, you're a Hebrew Israelite. You're not even an American. You shouldn't even consider yourself as an American.
Yep. Hold on, brother. Go ahead.
Going on, verse 22. And the multitude rose up together against them, and the magistrates rent off their clothes and commanded to beat them. And when they had laid many stripes, meaning whips, upon them, they caused them and cast them into prison, charging the jailer to keep them safely.
Yeah, like the guard. Keep these dudes. Make sure these dudes don't get away.
Verse 24. Who, having received such a charge, thrust them into the inner prison and made their feet fast in the stocks.
Right. So and all because what? All because they cast that demon off of the woman, man. So you see the afflictions that the apostles and disciples went through in ancient times. All right, now we're about to go through these same things once again, man. Let's go ahead and hit Acts
7.
Chapter 7 and 24.
All right, this is Acts 7 and 24. And seeing one of them suffer wrong, he defendeth him.
Right, being and what it's speaking of is Moses. Moses saw an Israelite suffering wrongfully by the hands of an Egyptian, so he defended him. Go ahead.
And avenged him that was oppressed, and smote the Egyptian. For he supposed his brethren would have understood how that Yahweh by his hand would deliver them. But they understood not.
Right, they didn't get it, man. And the reason why is because they were so caught up into the heathenistic lifestyle around them, man. And that's why, as it's going to go into it, they were seeking to go back to Egypt. All right, so like I said, man, we're Hebrew Israelites, okay, and what's going to deliver us, man, is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, not no Egyptian, not no Louis Farrakhan, not no Donald Trump. All right, go ahead, brother.
And the next day he showed himself unto them as they strove, and would have sent them at one again, saying, Sire, or sirs, ye are brethren. Why do ye wrong one to another?
Right. Why do you wrong one to another, man? We're the same people. All right. The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American are the same people, man. All right. And you got the confusion of face. All right. You got the scattered Israelites. Israelites have been scattered throughout the whole planet, man. So some of them might be looking like they're so-called Chinese men, but as Numbers 1:18 says, all right, the seed goes through the father, man. All right. So your father's line, all right, is what's traced back to whether or not you go back to Israel. But if you have faith for this thing, man, the odds are you're an Israelite. Point blank, period. You don't need to go no further. That's why the scripture says to avoid endless genealogies. You don't need to go get your genealogy done, man. All that stuff is tampered with anyway. All right, and that could be the thing that makes you stumble and fall.
Yep, end up leading you into confusion.
Yep.
Going on, verse 27. But he that did his neighbor wrong thrust him away, saying, Who made thee a ruler and a judge over us? Wilt thou kill me, as thou didst the Egyptian yesterday?
Yeah, just a bunch of mockers, man. Go ahead and jump down to verse 39.
Verse 39. To whom our fathers would not obey, but thrust him from them, and in their hearts turned back again into Egypt.
Right, and their hearts turned back again into Egypt, just like you have all these Israelites, who are turned to the heathenistic ways that are around them, man. Whether it be Germany, whether it be Africa, okay, whether it be America, all right, South America, all right, Canada, okay. Turn back into those ways, man. But we are not affiliated with these people, man. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We are to be separate. Go ahead, brother.
It's like the lesson that I did earlier was getting on patience, man. Patience bringeth forth experience, and experience bringeth on what? Is that understanding, and then that understanding bringing hope on what that understand what to hope for, hope for, man.
God.
Going on to verse 40, saying unto Aaron, make us gods to go before us, for as for this Moses, which brought us out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what is become of him. And they made a calf in those days, and offered sacrifices unto the idols, and rejoiced in the works of their own hands.
Yep. And rejoice in the works of their own hands. They're just showing you more wicked works of the 2/3, man. All right, because they're so affiliated to these places around them. All right, trying to follow their same deities. All right, worship and Cesare, that white Christ, and ultimately, man, it's going to bring you to death, man. All right, but with that, you got anything else you wanted to pull out, brother?
Yeah, I just wanted to get this, getting into the Paleo Hebrew, breaking down to Sakar, Wa, Shwa, meaning remember and return. So that's that's another thing, man. Remember and return, man.
Yep. Return, man. Come back to your your originality, man. Your priesthood, your princehood, man.
Your true place, man.
Yep. Because there's a governing body being established around the planet Earth, man. The elect are waking up, and the kingdom of heaven will be established, in this place that you see around you is going to be diminished and destroyed, man. That when we give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakak, Quadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles at GMS Great Millstone, and peace, love, blessings, and salutations to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.